What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about tomorrow in NBA 2K21. We've already gone over what the cards are going to be. I'm pretty sure 2K only ever hint really at 40s. They hint at anyone else, it's unlikely. Unlikely to be at this stage. It's 1 a.m. my time. Even if they do, I'm going to have it missed out. So basically what I am going to be doing right now is I'm going to be taking a look at the market in my team. As well as that, we are going to be just taking a look to see. I'm just going to be discussing what I think could happen to the market tomorrow in my team as well. Not only just going to be looking at it, we're going to be discussing what could happen. So, anyway, this is what we know so far. We know that these are the cards that are coming tomorrow. We know it's LeBron James. LeBron point guard, we know it's Dark Matter Oscar Robertson, and look, it's gonna be. Like, Dark Matter Oscar Robertson has to be invincible. It just has to be invincible. There's no way power forward Dark Matter Oscar Robertson is one of the 3 signature cards in the set. Like, they normally send likes for the normally gives likes for the signature cards. No way is that gonna be one of the signature cards. And then obviously Giannis the point guard, so it's gonna be point guard Giannis. So point guard Giannis and LeBron are coming in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So let's just have a look to see what it's done to the market. Let's just have a look at LeBron James. And you'll be able to see if the price, where's fan favorites? You'll be able to see if a bunch of people put up their LeBrons for sale. It was the same thing with Kobe. So it was only about 20 minutes ago, or about 30 minutes ago this was announced. So you can see right here, there are about 12 LeBron James in the first 3 or so hours. Yeah, there's 12 in the first 3 hours. And then between 3 hours and 13 minutes and 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there are 13. There are more in the 1 hour than there were in the 3 hours beforehand. But this isn't like the Kobe situation where there was like 7 in the first 3 hours. And then within the next hour, there was like 30 of them put up. So I don't think he's going to fall drastically in price. I don't think he's going to stay at the same price that he's at. I don't. I think he will drop a little bit, especially because most people are putting these up to end at like close to midnight Eastern time, which is not a good time for selling cards. This is normally when nobody's bidding off, and it's also when like nobody from Europe's playing. There are very few people from. I think the main people that will be playing at this game time or at this time are going to be Australians. So I think this is a bad time. So if you do happen to get into one of these, really want LeBron, you can get in on one of these LeBrons, and I think it will be down a little bit in price. This card, I think, could drop quite a bit. Giannis. Like, especially because he's a buyout? Since when was he a buyout? Alright, I did not even realize that. Man, he's still good. Even at this stage, he's good for a buyout. He's actually not bad for that price at all. I just want to see what price he's gone down to. So you can see he's down on like 88k. And he was announced like 2 hours ago. So suddenly 85k. Yeah, you're seeing almost the Giannis of every minute at this stage. Down below 80. Like, has he gone down to like... He might go down to 75k. He might go down to 75, 70k. No, so he kind of peaked. He peaked at 80. He dropped from like 85 to 80 quite quickly when he was announced, but he stayed at 80. But I'm telling you, if you plan on just using Giannis as a cone, this Giannis is fine. This one's fine. Like, this one for 8, I'm telling you, unless you use him as your primary ball handler, and a lot of people don't use Giannis as a primary ball handler. For example, like if you've got Simmons on your team, you're gonna get that LeBron, or you've got Simmons and you really like Grant Hill or something. You just use one of these. Just use the cheap Giannis. He's fine. 80k, and he might go even down. He might drop further in price tomorrow, depending on how good this point guard card is. So that's not too bad. Cards that I'm expecting to potentially go up in price. I doubt Grant Hill's gone up in price. But I do think Grant Hill will drop a little bit. I don't know why I said I think Grant Hill's gone up. So there are a lot more Grant Hills than I thought there were going to be on the market. Okay, he must have been in quite commonly packed and pulled in super packs. But yeah, you can see. I mean, there's a lot of grants in general. There are a few more grants that have gone up. So it looks like a lot of people, because if they already had Simmons, might be selling their Grant Hills. But I don't know. He might drop to the low. He's dropping to the low 100k, which is a great price for that card. Simmons is another one. Because there's two potential guys that are preference based with Simmons. Let's have a look at what's happened to Simmons. Why are there like 8 Simmons ending in this one? Wait, what? Oh yeah, yeah. It was about 2 hours ago that Simmons was announced. Simmons was announced a good bit at the very start. So Giannis was announced, and then it looks like everyone's put up their Ben Simmons. Yeah, it looks like, holy moly, there's so many Ben Simmons up. All right, if you're looking for a Ben Simmons, this could be the best time to get him, because in my opinion, Ben Simmons, it doesn't matter what to do to Giannis, is probably going to remain the best point guard in the game. That is nuts. That's absolutely nuts. I doubt Weber's been affected at all. Like, a guy that I might have, like, I would have previously expected Weber. There's just so many, just go up in price. There's just so many cards in my team right now that I really don't think, hey, Chris Webber is going to go up in price. Yeah, he's going to stay around that 20k. He might have been lower, he might be higher. I don't think there's anything significant there. There's too many different cards, and there are too many like expensive cards, right? Or too many mid-level cards in my team. So, actually, another card that might have gone down. Let's check Magic. Check out Magic Johnson. So, obviously, Magic's, in my opinion, Magic at 200 is a lot worse value than Grant Hill. And yeah, you can see it. Like, this is around the time when Giannis was announced. And you see, like, the first hour, there's whatever. There's still a decent amount of Magics. And then you can just see, like, it's almost a Magic every minute. Seems like everyone who has their Magic Johnson wanting to sell their Magic Johnson right now. Because after your Magic Johnson is no longer in the top 2 point guards in my team. And you see just how many Magics there are up. Like, tonight may not be a bad time to buy if you're looking to buy a Magic, or you're looking to buy a Grant Hill, or you're looking to buy a Simmons. Tonight may not be a bad time. And it all depends tomorrow. If you're wondering whether it's better to buy tonight or better to buy tomorrow, it really all depends. If the cards are better than expected, then obviously they're going to drop by even more tomorrow than they're going to drop today. But the thing is that it's hard for cards to be better than expected. Like, the market crashed harder the night before Warped Reality packs, and they were some of the best packs. They were probably the best packs we've ever had in my team, and the market crashed more the night before than it did on the day. The market rebounded on the day for Warped Reality packs. So I think the market crash is happening right now. Like, on those specific cards. Because the only cards that have been announced are the high tier point cards. Yes, a couple of cards are going to drop in price because people are looking to sell their whole collection. But I don't think there's going to be anything drastic there. Because, for example, if you're trying to sell a... I'm trying to think who's even good that's buyable now. If you're trying to sell a Wiseman, there's probably not going to be a good center coming in out of position packs. There realistically is not going to be one. So... even if you're trying to sell your Wiseman, the demand is still high for Wiseman. But because everyone knows that Giannis and LeBron are coming, the demand is really low for these top point guards right now. Like, this is the time where most people are like, I don't want to buy Magic, I don't want to buy a Hill, I don't want to buy a Simmons. While it's also the time that everybody's putting them up. So maybe this video might change it, but if you want to get those guys, you have a choice. You can either get those guys for cheap, or cheaper, or you can wait it out tomorrow and see what cards come out in this set. Personally, I don't have the MT for any of it. I can't make the decision for you. You have to make that choice. Because whatever I say, I'm just telling you what all your options are. Because if I tell you guys go and buy these cards tonight, obviously 10,000 people watch this video in the first 2 hours. Suddenly, any tip is irrelevant. So I'm not going to give you a tip. I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you what is going to happen to the market, what is happening right now. And weigh it up yourself. Make your own decision. Because at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. So you can either wait it out tomorrow. And if the card... like, if it turns out that it's an invincible LeBron, and he can play point guard, I doubt it's going to be, but it might be. It just might be. Then the prices are going to tank. But if it's like a Opal LeBron, prices are going to shoot back up. But if it's a Dark Matter LeBron, I don't know what the hell's going to happen with price. But basically, if it's an Invincible one, price are going to go lower. If it's an Opal, price are going to go higher. Nobody knows what's coming tomorrow. So you can either get what we know, which is the fact that Magic's going to be cheaper. Grant Hill's going to be cheaper. Simmons is going to be cheaper. You can either get what is known right now, a bunch of people trying to sell, or you can wait for tomorrow for the unknown. Potentially, it could be a great decision waiting it out, or potentially it could be a really dumb decision waiting it out. So it could go either way, and I've learned to stop giving certain tips of advice, because as much as I hate it, these videos can have the power to manipulate the market, and there's really two ways this can go, and it's all your choice. We don't know anything about any of the other cards in the set other than point guards, so I can't talk about any other position. I don't think, other than a bunch of people trying to sell, the market taking a small hit, that it makes much of a difference. But I think the tall point guard market, as we can see, is already on the way down right now, and depending on the cards tomorrow, it could either shoot right back up if they're not as good as we expect, or it could plummet, and there could be, like, we could see Grant Hill at a buyout if it turns out that LeBron's invincible. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.